All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to crack one of the biggest secret codes in the English language. This is the key that unlocks thousands of words and, honestly, makes reading so much easier. Have you ever stopped to think about this? Why do some words just make sense? You look at a word like cat, and your brain just gets it. Well, I'm telling you, it's not magic, and it's definitely not a coincidence. There's a super simple, really powerful rule happening here, and you're about to become an expert at spotting it. So where does the secret start? It all begins with the vowels, A, E, I, O, and U. You should think of them like the engine, or, the power source inside every single word. Every syllable, really. If you want to be a confident reader, getting how these letters work isn't just a first step, it's everything. I mean, it's such a simple idea, but it's huge. Without vowels, words are they're just a bunch of clicks and hisses. Try to say a word like running, but without the vowel sounds. Earning. See? It's impossible. The vowels are what carry the sound. They're what give the word its voice. They're basically the melody of the language. Okay, so let's get right to the good stuff. We're going to start with the most common sounds these vowels make, which we call their short sounds. These are the 5 basic building blocks you absolutely need to know. So let's meet our cast of characters, shall we? And here they are. We've got A making that ah sound, like an apple. Then there's E with the F sound, you hear it in egg. I makes the it sound like an igloo. O makes the ah sound like an octopus. And finally, U makes that sound like an umbrella. Just listen to those again. Ah, I, ah. You hear these 5 sounds everywhere. Okay, so the big question is, how do you know when a vowel is going to make its short sound? Well, the best part is you don't have to guess. There's a pattern, a sort of secret code that works almost every single time for short words. We call it the CVC code, and we're about to crack it wide open. This is it. This is the secret key, the CVC pattern. It just stands for consonant, vowel, consonant. And remember, consonants are pretty much all the other letters that aren't vowels. So when you see a single vowel that's squeezed or sandwiched right between 2 consonants, that's your clue. That vowel is almost always going to make its short sound. It really is that predictable. So how do you actually use this? It's a super easy 3-step process. First, you just find the vowel in the word. Let's try the word hen. The vowel is E. Okay, step 2. Look on both sides. You've got an H on one side and an N on the other. Both are consonants. So that leads us to step 3. We know it's a CVC pattern, so the E has to make its short sound. Hen. See? It's that simple. Now this makes it crystal clear. Look at the left side. Cat, pin, hop. They all follow that consonant, vowel, consonant rule, and boom, you get the short vowel sound. But now look at the words on the right. In cake, pine, and hope, that extra little E on the end completely breaks the pattern. It changes everything about the vowel sound. That CVC structure is the trigger we're looking for. Okay, so this is a cool little rule, but why does it matter so much? Because this is where we go from just knowing sounds to actually reading. This isn't some boring grammar concept. It's a tool, a practical tool that you can start using right away. It all comes back to these 5 sounds. I know, it almost seems too simple, right? Just 5 little sounds. But don't let that fool you, because when you take these 5 short vowel sounds and you combine them with the CVC pattern, you're not just learning 5 things. You are unlocking the foundation for a huge chunk of the most common words in English. And this is the real payoff. This isn't about memorizing a handful of words like cat or sun. No way. This is about learning a system. Once you master the CVC pattern, you haven't just learned one word. You've learned how to instantly figure out thousands of words you have never even seen before. Words like sit, log, bed, mop, fun. I mean, the list just goes on and on. So we've done it. We've unlocked the power of short vowels. We know what they sound like, and even more importantly, we know how to find them using that CVC code. This is, without a doubt, the bedrock of learning to read. But it also kind of opens up a brand new question, doesn't it? And that idea right there is the whole point. You've now laid the foundation. By getting this one simple, super reliable pattern down, you've got the tools to handle so much of the language. Everything else you learn about reading is going to build right on top of this. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. We've talked all about short vowels, But that name alone kind of implies there's another type, doesn't it? I mean, if pin has a short I, what in the world is going on in the word pine that makes the vowel sound totally different? Well, that is the next mystery and the very next step on your reading journey.